yeah, obviously not ideal circumstances and not playing in front of our adoring Port Adelaide fans, which would have been lovely, but and my family, of course, as well. But is what it is, and these are the times at the moment. We'll sort of push forward, and we'll still celebrate a good night Friday night.
What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on my channel. And today we're going to be previewing round 19, Port Adelaide versus Collingwood, in what is Travis Boak's 300th game for Port Adelaide and in his AFL career. It's a massive game. It's Friday night footy, and it's at Marvel Stadium. Unfortunately, due to COVID reasons, we cannot be attending this game. It's been moved from its original place of the Adelaide Oval to Marvel Stadium, our stadium of choice in Victoria, to play this game. And I tell you what, if it's got anything to do like this year's game earlier in the season at the MCG, then we're in for one ugly game of football. But if it's got anything to do with Travis Boak's 250th game, it's going to be an even worse game of football. But in saying that, it's his 300th. It's a special night, and we've got plenty more to play for, as well as his 300th as well. So let's preview this game in what is going to be a massive encounter. It's great to see that we've got a prime time slot for this round for Travis Boak's 300th game. It's what he deserves. It's going to be a massive game as well, with a battle of the prison bars at Marvel Stadium at 6:40 p.m. South Australian time. A bit of an earlier time slot due to the Olympics as well. It's going to be an interesting encounter between both sides, and a lot to play for Port Adelaide's sake in terms of the top four, and obviously with Boakie's 300th, and some massive ins as well with Connor Rozee, Zach Butters and Xavier Dersma all coming back into the side. The holy trio is back in, with Frederick Lienitz and Sam Mays going out. It also means Jed McKenzie will probably go out, as well as the med sub, and I can tell you that I reckon someone like a Boyd Woodcock might start as the medical sub on Friday night as well. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic this time, because we've got our holy trio back. They're not going to be at their tip-top shape. Rozee coming back from his sore knee, and Zach Butters coming back ahead of schedule from his sprained knee, and Xavier Dersma coming back from his injury with his knee as well. So he's had some good form in the SANFL. It's going to be interesting to see how their touch is early on, but no doubt they'll have to adjust to the pace of the game a little bit, just due to the fact that it's at Marvel. It's going to be a quick encounter, and being back at AFL level, it's going to be invaluable to have them into the side, no doubt. We're going to be wearing our home Guernsey, because it's obviously a home game for us, because it was originally supposed to be at the Adelaide Oval, and now we're going to be playing Collingwood at Marvel in a home game. The dynamics of the last two seasons have just been thrown out the window, and Collingwood don't have a clash Guernsey really, so it'll be interesting to see how it looks to the naked eye. But nonetheless, we're celebrating a player, we're celebrating our man, we're celebrating Travis Boak, his 300th game. I think that's the main reason we should be playing for Friday night. Forget the top four, forget what lies on the line in terms of a loss. I think it just play for Travis, play for him, and if we do that and play as a team and play our brand of football and don't succumb to the Collingwood brand that we did earlier in the year, if we can get a good start and get on the front foot early, then no doubt I think going into four quarters we will challenge Collingwood very easily. And I know they've been in good touch. They beat a Tigers outfit. They just lost to St Kilda, and they've been pretty competitive the last month or so. So I reckon we might have to, I think, lower our standards in terms of how we play Collingwood, because they're not the worst side in the comp. And playing them at Marvel, it's a disadvantage this week to be playing away from the Adelaide Oval. It would have been a massive encounter in front of the fans. It's going to be an empty stadium, and just the whole advantage of playing at home has been taken out the window. This is a standalone game at Marvel with no crowd. This is going to suit Collingwood. It's going to suit the way they play, because playing at Marvel, it's their second home ground. They don't really play there too often. And our form against teams at Marvel has been pretty good of late. I think we bet North, we bet St Kilda. I don't think we've played another game there this year. But the Marvel turf is a bit hard, but it does suit us the way we play. I think if we can kick straight and be accurate, I don't think we'll be able to lose this one. And I'm being absolutely honest. I'm wary of a Collingwood outfit causing an upset, and that's definitely on the cards. But as I said, there's multiple reasons to play for this. This is a massive game. Some key things to look at is matchups, and I think Roughhead's going to go to Dixon again. We didn't have a Butters or a Dersma last time we played Collingwood. We were lacking a bit. We've taken out Leonard, so our structure's a bit better down back with Jonas and Burton playing on the smalls, and you've got Mackenzie playing on the main tool, and I think Myercheck as well will be taken by Aaliyah, but Aaliyah can play as that floater a bit more now, and they don't have quite as a tall outfit as they did earlier in the year. And Jamie Elliott, De Goey, the matchup's going to be interesting there. It's going to be De Goey versus Ollie Wines in the middle. Boak's going to be in there, Pendlebury, and it's just the way the midfield will work is how I will base this game. Plenty of entries inside forward 50. I think defensively will be challenged, no doubt about it, because the midfield will have to be on from the outset. And as I said, defensively it will be challenged because of that quick movement on Marvel. And Ken Hinkley did state in his press conference today that he will be notifying his structures in each part of the ground that this will be a quick game. This will be one where we're challenged all over the ground, and we'll be challenged defensively, but it will bring plenty of opportunities offensively. So as long as we can take advantage of that, I can see us getting, if I'm going to tip, which I will, I tip us by about 5 or 6 goals. I think there's that challenge there, there's that motivation there. And last week's win, coming off a 6-day break, it's fresh in our minds. We've been screwed upon the whole week with COVID situations. The motivation is there for Travis Boak's 300th. I can see it being, a massive victory, and I think the momentum now from last week's win, especially, it will galvanise the group. And I said it last week: if we got the win over St Kilda, whatever happens next will be determined if we win the game against the Saints, and we did. And I strongly believe now it's going to bring the group closer. It's going to bring us with a bit of momentum, as I said, but also it'll give us belief and faith again, and that might free us up in our game plan, because we seem a bit timid, we seem a bit hesitant to pull the trigger, and when we do, we stuff up. The kick-ins, we go to the same place all the time, to Charlie and the tools, and then when we're going forward, we just bomb it in long, and we're a bit timid, but now we're a bit more unpredictable. With Dixon taking 3 or 4 players, and he got us stirred talking to it a 3/4 time last week by Ken. If he's taking 3 or 4, Mitch Georgiades kicks 4 goals. Todd Marshall might be free, and with Rosie being back and Dersma and Butters, and they make the team dynamic so different, and that's what's great about the 3 big ins. And there's not a lot more else to talk about. It's just to talk about Travis Boak. It's 300 games. It's his milestone. It's a special milestone. It's the 300 club. He's equaling the record of Kane Corns for the club, 300 games. Next week he'll play his 301st game if he gets through this unscathed. And I just hope we win. We've just got to win for Trav. That's all I want, is a win for Trav. We celebrate all weekend. We've been celebrating all week on the channel with Boak Week, and I look forward to seeing what he can produce in his milestone game. He was probably our best last time in his milestone at 250th against the Pies. But I can see him doing some damage tomorrow night, and I look forward. Regardless, he deserves a crowd, and he deserves his family and friends to be there, but he'll be running out with his teammates, and I have no doubt the boys will get up and make sure they get the victory for Trav. It's a shorter preview. There's not a lot else to say, really. There's a motivation there, as I said, from last week's win. The momentum will come into this game. Motivation to win for the fans, obviously for Travis' 300th, and just to keep our season going, just ticking along, ticking the boxes, and I think we'll do that Friday night. I'm live streaming. That is the big news as well. I'll be live streaming the game. Not for you to watch, but live streaming me watching the game. And hopefully come along, come and enjoy the fun, because we obviously can't attend the game, but come and enjoy a bit of a live stream. We can chat and chill and enjoy the game together and celebrate what's been a magnificent career to date so far for Travis Boak, playing game 300. So once again, all the very best to Trav on his 300th game. And that wraps up this preview. Keep getting them wrong. For this week, round 19, Port Collingwood, Friday night footy. I'm really looking forward to it, and I bet you are as well. Let me know in the comments below what you're thinking about this one. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, for plenty more Port Adelaide and AFL content to continue on this journey in 2021. Be notified for tomorrow night live stream, and we're nearly at 4K, so I look forward to celebrating that with you as well. And yeah, hope you stay safe in this lockdown, wherever you are. And as always, my name is Anthony, and can ThePear.